It's another day, guys. It's Thursday. That means it's time for another video, but we can't start a Bruce's 70 Comics video off without the clap. What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to the channel. And yes, it's time for another Final Order Cutoff highlights video. And yes, I am already sweating. I don't know why. I am profusely sweating already. Probably because I'm drinking hot coffee, which is not the smartest idea. But I start every day off with a nice hot coffee. Not really, not every day. Some days I do a nice iced coffee. But, guys, Final Order Cutoff highlight video. Why do you need to be watching this? Because we all like to save a little bit of money. And if you guys pre-order your books by September 15th, which is this upcoming Monday, you guys can save up to 35% of the cover price of the open order books that I'm going to talk about in today's video. And if you do some sleuthing and some hunting, even the ratio books you guys can get for a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. And if you guys are speculators, you might be able to sell those books for some profit. And then you take that profit and you put it back into the hobby. That's all we got to do. That's all we all want to do is put more money back into this amazing hobby. I don't know if even what I said was actual words, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. But guys, this is Final Order Cutoff highlights. I'm going to go over all the speculation for books in the guts, in on the covers. We're going to cover the new number ones that I think you guys have to be picking up because of the synopsises sound so real. And then we'll close it out with all the amazing variant covers that I found that I think you guys should know about. But guys, there are so many books that I'm not going to show on today's video that are available on this weekend's Final Order Cutoff. There are links down in the description below to the best Final Order Cutoff websites that I've been able to find and use. So make sure you guys are going down there and perusing them for yourself before you submit any orders. Now, last but not least, guys, for speculation, I am not the best speculator out there. I go through all the synopsises for Marvel, DC, and the popular independent titles, and then I do my best to speculate. But there are better ones. They are also linked down in the description below. We're talking about Lefteros, CoverPrice.com, and the Comic Book Frontier. All are way better at it than I am, but I give you the information. This is your early look, remember, because also all the comic book publishers have until tomorrow, Friday, September 12th, to finalize what books are actually on this weekend's Final Order Cutoff. So they might add or remove something after I finish recording and editing this video. So that's just one last thing I want to remind you guys of. This is a early look into this weekend's Final Order Cutoff. All right, guys, let's not waste any more time. Let's get this video started. We're going over all the books that have something in the guts or on the cover for speculation. All right, guys, speculation in the guts, and there are a good amount of books. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books with something in the guts, which is, you know, a pretty decent amount. The first one up is probably the biggest one up this weekend, and that is Absolute Batman issue number 13 with the introduction to the Absolute Catwoman. Now I say introduction because that's what Key Collector had, and I'm not just copying what they had, even though technically I am, but when I thought about it, this is truly not the first appearance of Catwoman, because Catwoman's been around forever, for so long. I don't know what year she actually came out, but this is the introduction to a new version of her, and I really like the way that sounded. This is not obviously the first appearance of Catwoman, even though it is the first appearance of the Absolute Catwoman, but it's more of the introduction to this character, which I thought was a great way to put it. So that's why I said introduction to Absolute Catwoman. And there are some fantastic covers for this book, because obviously it's Catwoman, and we're gonna have great covers, but so cool. So the introduction to Catwoman right there. Next up, the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 14 with the first appearance of the Goblin Slayer. Some villain going after Norman Osborn, gonna try to kill him, and he's obviously the Goblin Slayer. Come on. Come up with better names. But this cover A by Patrick Gleason is freaking fire. After that, the Incredible Hulk issue number 30 with the first appearance of Mother of All Horrors, and possibly the first appearance of the Infernal Hulk. Now, the Mother of All Horrors has been teased, I think, since the very beginning of Philip Kennedy Johnson's run on Incredible Hulk, and we're finally gonna get her in issue 30, which is really cool, and it is officially happening because they say first appearance in the synopsis for this book. After that, Sinister Six. Now, this is some lame-ass spec, but it's there, so I gotta tell you guys, this is technically the first team appearance of Sinister's Six, of Omega Red, Phantom X, Venom, Domino, Black Cat, and Havoc, which is a really cool team. And what is Venom doing on this? And like Black Cat, is Black Cat technically a mutant that I didn't know about? I don't know. I don't even care. But Phantom X is low-key one of my favorite mutants. During Rick Remender's run on Uncanny X-Men was he made Phantom X so incredibly, amazingly cool. It was so good. I'm actually pretty excited for this, and the creative team on this is pretty decent as well. After that, Iron and Frost, issue number 1, with the first appearance of Tony Stark as the Iron King, which again is some pretty boring, lame speculation, but technically is the first appearance of Tony Stark as the Iron King. Is that character going to be important in the future? I don't think so. After that, this is not so much in the guts, but it is a new creative team on a pretty big book. Transformers issue number 25 is kicking off the new creative team of Robert Kirkman and Dan Moore as the new writer and artist on this book. Obviously, nostalgia is hitting so deep and hard on this because I was a huge Transformers fan. I still remember going down to the local video store, and there was the whole line of VHSs of all the Transformer tapes, and I was always so excited when I had to pick a new one and run home, put it in the VHS and watch it. So the nostalgia is just dripping from this. And yeah, Robert Kirkman is one of the best writers in comics over like the last 30 years. So I'm super excited to see what he's going to do with them. Now he's obviously done the whole Energon universe thing, and now he's taking control of Transformers and Void Rivals, which is just, it's gonna be too much for me. I don't know if my brain can hold it all together. All right, guys, that is everything in the guts. Let's move over to the cover speculation. First up, we got Spawn, The Dead Ages, issue number 1 with the cover D 1:50 ratio variant done by Ryan Brown. All Spawn ratios sell well. If you can get this as close to ratio as possible, this is going to be almost a sure bet to sell well on the secondary market. You'll be able to make some bucks. After that, Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 20, the second print 1:25 virgin ratio variant done by Dan Panozin. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, this is not Dan Panozin. Get out of town. But it is. It's Dan Panozin. I had no idea. It just doesn't look like him. Second print 1:25 versions tend to sell well on the secondary market, even if it's not a super popular book. If the artwork is even a little bit like decent, it will sell. And this one right here is okay. After that, Doomed 2099, issue number 1, the second print 1:25 virgin ratio variant done by Claudio Castellini. And it's a pretty cool cover, but it's a second print 1:25. After that, Punisher Red Band, issue number 1, the second print 1:25 virgin ratio variant done by Eric M. Geist. Really cool cover. I think this is going to be a sure bet. After that, The Mortal Thor, issue number 1, the second print 1:25 virgin ratio variant done by Alex Ross. Another pretty good bet right here because both of these covers are just gorgeous artwork. And after that, The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 14, the 1:100 virgin ratio variant done by Lee Bermejo, one of his Amazing Vision variants, just that nice sweet virgin. After that, Rogue Storm issue number 1, the 1:50 virgin ratio variant done by Ivan Talavera. One of my favorite covers of the week. This is so gorgeous. After that, Sonic the Hedgehog Chaotix 30th Anniversary Special issue number 1 with the 1:25 ratio variant done by Natalie Fordrain. It is fantastic. It's a Sonic 1:25. It's gonna sell well. After that, this book has been delayed again. Falling in Love on the Path to Hell, issue number 10, the cover B 1:15 ratio variant done by Suspiria. It's another great cover, and it's a low print book. After that, Dynamite Blood Red, issue number 1, blind bag. Now, the blind bag craziness is out there, guys. It's absolutely insane. Now, is this book going to sell well in the secondary market? I have no idea. I haven't even seen the covers that are available in this, but it's a blind bag. So you guys should know about it. You guys should do your research starting today up until final order cutoff on Monday. Find out what other people are saying because they're probably going to have more time to do more research to find out more information about this if we should be buying into this. And if we should, well, make sure you guys do before Monday. But guys, those are all the covers that I think will sell well on the secondary market based on the cover art alone. In the guts, because we did the guts first and then the cover art. But guys, it's time to move on to the new number 1s that I think sound super cool, so we should pre-order them so that way we can have them in our hands when they come out. We can enjoy these amazing freaking stories. All right, guys, there are 4. That's right, 4 new number 1s that I'm pretty excited about, but there are so many more number 1s that are available on this weekend's final order cutoff. So make sure you're going to the description below, checking out the links, and finding all of them. And you guys can review them for yourself, but these are the 4 that I'm excited about. First up, Spawn, The Dark Ages. This is coming from the writer and artist of Liam Sharp. And let's go ahead and read the synopsis. Saxon barbarians harry Britain from the east. In the north, the Pictish threat looms. From the west, Iberians send raiders from the land that shall one day be called Ireland. Orlanus, I want to say it's how it's pronounced, newly anointed king must defend Britain against all these threats, whilst also dealing with the growing rebellion among his own people. From there are stories of another, more worthy king, one anointed by the old Celtic gods, whom the Christians refer to as the Devil Spawn. An exciting new miniseries from acclaimed artist and writer Liam Sharp. Epic brutality comes to the Spawn universe. Sounds cool. And the cover A is sick. And there is a dope-ass version available that is not a ratio book. It's just there for us to order, and I'm going to definitely order that myself. A cool blank cover, and then that 1 in 50 done by Ryan Brown. But moving on to that really cool Bad Idea book. Save Now, issue number 1. Now this is coming from the creative team of writer Matt Kint, and it's going to have art by Thomas Gorello. And let's go ahead and read the synopsis of this, because this is pretty cool. Armed with extraordinary abilities to save any moment in his life and then go back and relive them from any point forward, world-famous superhero Saber can rewrite his past, altering his actions time and time again until he gets things just right. But with great power also comes great pain. Cursed with only being able to travel backwards, never forwards, he is burdened by having to spend his relived life in agonizing real time. Travel back 6 days, he must relive those days while aging all the while. After catching a glimpse at the impending apocalypse, Saber dedicates himself to averting global catastrophe no matter the cost. But no matter how many times or how far he goes back, he can't find a way to steer the world clear of Armageddon. With no hope for the future, Saber retreats to live in the past, reliving the best years of his life on an endless, self-indulging loop. But when he learns he's going to be a father, everything changes. He no longer is trying to save the world, he's fighting to save his daughter's future. That is so cool. So cool. Now, the cover A is absolutely amazing. But guys, there are 3 versions of it. There's the cover A, which is your normal cover. There's the cover C, which is a chromium version of the cover A. And I've never heard of this before, which sounds super cool. The cover D, which is a 1 in 20. It's done by Daniel Scott, the cover artist for A and C. But this is the candy wrapper variant. What the hell does candy wrapper mean? I gotta know. Someone let me know down in the comments below what candy wrapper means for a cover. I have no idea. Now, there is a cover B done by Jesse Lonergan, which is pretty good, and there is a cover E 1 in 50. It's a black and white variant done by Wilfredo Torres, and that's also okay, but man, I want that candy wrapper variant. That sounds super, super cool. All right, moving on. High Strangeness, issue number 1. Now, I normally would not pick up this type of book, but it does sound pretty stinking cool after you read the full synopsis. So stick with me, guys. SpectreVision, the genre-distorting production company co-founded by Elijah Wood and Daniel Noah, joins forces with Oni Press in a rotating cast of premier talents for an unprecedented excursion into high strangeness. A brand new series influenced by real documented cases of paranormal phenomenon to reveal the liminal spaces where reality and hallucination in science and mythology give way to cosmic wonder and existential terror. That sounds super cool. So all these stories are based on like collected real life events, which is super cool. In the first double-sided prestige format chapter, writer, producer, and real-life experiencer Daniel Noah joins acclaimed writer Chris Condon and Ringo Award-winning artist Dave Chisholm for an unexpected encounter with the Men in Black. I mean, Men in Black was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid, and I still really enjoyed it. We watched recently with the kids, and they liked it as well. Come on. That's like old school Will Smith. So good. Chicago, 1967. Magazine writer Harry Keene is dispatched to rural Indiana to investigate the sudden disappearance of Becky Plume, a local teenager who stepped into the national spotlight with a staggering photogenic evidence of a recent UFO sighting. Frustrated to leave his developing stories in Chicago and his wife, who he's hoping to win back, Harry sets off to expose a hoax, but instead finds himself in a labyrinth of high strangeness involving a missing girl, her boyfriend, a UFO, and some mysterious black-clad visitors circling at the perimeter of a mystery more vast than Harry could possibly imagine. told across 5 interconnected prestige format issues that will interlock to reveal an ambitious dimension-spanning finale. Each chapter of high straightness also includes a feature-length essay by podcaster and researcher Jim Perry of the historical facts and document evidence underpinning the phenomena detailed in each issue. It seems like a lot of work went into each of these issues, which sounds incredible. I don't know if I'm going to like this. I do like Chris Condon. He's won me over with a lot of the work he's done recently. I know some people have been talking him up for a very long time. I forgot. I think Texas Blood, or They Might Be Texas Blood, something like that, was one of his first books. And people love that. I personally did not. But this sounds freaking awesome. It sounds so cool. Now, the last book we're going to talk about, I found like literally right before recording this video, because I found a cover that I hadn't seen before, and I was like, wait, what is that? The book Creepshow is an anthology series about like horror stories, but this one is called Super Creepshow Special Issue Number 1. Now, this is coming from 3 writers and 3 artists. Let's go ahead and just read the synopsis, and because it kind of tells you who is writing and drawing each of the 3 stories that is in this book. This ultimate Creepshow experience is an absolute must-read. Join the creep in a special celebration of superheroes, new, old, and very, very disturbed, in what's possibly already being called the most important comic book of the year. First, Dan Waiters and Carmine Di Giumencio plan a funeral for the world's greatest superhero, but his return might be the worst thing that could ever happen. Sounds awesome. Then Ryan Stegman and Riley Russimo introduce the world to the Grave Ghost, a superhero who must solve the case of his own death. Decent. Finally, Ed Brisson and Andre Bresson unleash the chilling tale of what happens when a superhero serum gets injected into someone who may be more supervillain than hero. Come on, those sound awesome. Dan Waiters, Ryan Stegman, Ed Brisson, all good writers, and Riley Russimo, Carmine Di Giumencio, and Andre Bresson are all great artists. I am 100% going to be picking up this book, and I don't pick up Creepshow normally. Now, there are some cool covers. The cover A is that Dark Knight Returns homage. The cover B is done by Carmine Di Giumencio, which looks pretty cool. But the one that stuck out to me was the cover C 1 in 10 Riley Russimo variant. That is super cool. And I'm guessing that's the superhero who comes back to life after his funeral. And that sounds really, really cool. All right, guys, those are all the new number 1s that I found that I think sound super, super cool. If I missed one, guys, let me know down in the comments below which one I should be adding to my pull list, which honestly I don't need anymore because I have 30 books to read this weekend. 30 to be ready for my Tuesday video, which is a lot to read by Monday. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move over to the last part of the video, which are my cover lover picks, which are all the amazing variant covers that we can pre-order on this weekend's Final Order Cutoff. All right, guys, the order is going to be DC, Marvel, and Indies. Let's go ahead and kick this off with the DC books. And first up, we got Absolute Batman, issue number 13, the cover B, the cover F foil version, in the Webstore spot foil version variants done by Artgerm. Now, the Webstore is an exclusive. You can only get it on his store, and it's my favorite version of this cover because you can see through the mask that she's wearing, and you can see her eyes, and her mouth is now smiling a little bit, and I just think it looks fantastic. Now, what I also love, absolutely love about this Artgerm piece is that you can tell it was hand-drawn, or at least it looks hand-drawn, because a lot of his other stuff looks more like 3D, and I don't love 3D art. I really don't. On comic books, I'm looking for like to see the line strokes. I want to see it like hand done. And this one right here is just quintessential, amazing Artgerm pencil work. It's so good. Now after that is Absolute Batman issue number 13, the cover C, the Jenny Frison, which is also fantastic. I just wish we could see her eyes. Jenny Frison does such amazing eyes, and missing out on that is a little bit sad, but it's Jenny Frison. Now the next up is the cover D for the very same book. It's done by Adam Hughes. As of recording this video right now at 9:47. Can you guys see that? No, you can't. 9:47 a.m. on Thursday. This artwork has not been released. Actually, I didn't double check this morning to see if it was released last night. But if it has been released to me, but it's Adam Hughes Catwoman, it's probably going to be pretty stinking good. Now, there's also a Cover H, 1:25 ratio variant done by David Nakayama. Also has not been released yet, but I'm pretty sure that's probably going to be pretty good as well. But guys, we cannot sleep on the Cover A and the Cover I 1:50 virgin ratio variant done by Nick Dragotta. It's also freaking amazing. Moving on, Action Comics issue number 1091, the Cover D done by Skylar Patras is gorgeous. What I really like about this before I move on is that his outfit. You can tell he's still a kid. In this story, if you're following it, it's Superman as a teenager. He's wearing shorts. He's got his, like, his Converse on. It's fantastic. I love it so much. After that, Batman and Robin issue 26, the Cover B done by Gillian March. It's not the most incredible thing, but it's a really cool Robin depiction. I love that he's like, putting on his watch. You can see the villains he beat up in the background. It's pretty stinking cool. Next up, the Cover D done by Ashley Wood is also awesome. You had like Robin like kicking his feet off the side of a building and Batman looking out all stoic. So good. I'm just a big Ashley Wood fan. Now next up is Superman, the Kryptonite Spectrum, issue number 3, the Cover B done by Juan Fiera. Now, I used to not like Juan Fiera's artwork all that much, but I've been reading Ninja Turtles, and Ninja Turtles his art is like totally grown on me. And look at this. So in the Kryptonite Spectrum, in this next issue, in issue number 3, instead of getting really big like he did in issue 2, he's going to get really small. And this is like the Kryptonite, like going back through time and like making him a baby again. And it's so cool. And look at the version of him as a teenager. He's wearing like a sweatshirt and some also some Adidas, I believe those are. And it's just, I love Superman just like in like street clothes. I think it's so cool. After that, Aquaman issue number 10, the Cover D done by Marcio DeCara. Fantastic. After that, Batman Gotham by Gaslight, A League for Justice, issue number 4, the Cover B done by Kyle Hotz. Now, this is awesome. It's Kyle Hotz, so it's like creepy, and it's like got so much line work, and it's steampunky. If you really look, there's like pipes with like, valves and stuff. It's Cyborg. Back in like, the early 1800s or something. So cool. Now the next book is Trinity, Daughter of Wonder Woman, issue number 5, the Cover C, done by Jade Lee. And we got a fantastic corgi in a tux. And he's like doing this with his monocle. That is freaking awesome. The final cover that I really like is Court, Children of the Round Table, issue number 2, the Cover B, done by Mateo DeLuis. And it is just Mateo DeLuis goodness. It makes me actually want to pick this up because this right here looks really, really cool. It's about a bunch of kids who find some weapons that have the ghosts of like old warriors in them, and the ghosts teach these kids how to protect themselves, which sounds pretty cool. All right, moving on to the Marvel books. First up, we get the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 14, The Amazing Visions, and the 1/100 virgin ratio variant done by Lee Bermejo. All of these Amazing Vision variants has been so good. After that, Captain America issue number 4, the variant cover done by Chip Zdarsky. Another great cover where it's just like we see some of the hero and there's like a shadow across them, but we see their eyes. It's so good. After that, the Incredible Hulk issue number 30, the 1/25 ratio variant done by Kyle Hotz. So good. That's such a cool version of the Abomination. After that, Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe, the variant cover done by Acco. Or is it ACO? I don't know. This is cool. I love the neon. I want to put a black light on this. And I can just put it up on my wall, have a black light, and just pop so much. After that, Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe, issue number 4, the 1/50 virgin ratio variant done by Mark Brooks. Now, this is the Cover A, but the trade dress ruins it. You take off the trade dress, and this is what you get. It's freaking awesome. After that, Rogue and Storm, issue number 1, the variant in the 1/50 virgin ratio variant done by Ivan Talavera. This is probably my cover pick of the week. We're going to go through and I might call out another one, but this one right here right now is my favorite. I think both characters look freaking amazing. After that, Rogue Storm, issue number 1, the variant done by Karen S. Darbo. Freaking awesome. I really like this one as well. The character variant done by Ricky Yagway is also just, that is so good. I probably butchered your last name, Ricky. I'm sorry. After that, Sinister 6, issue number 1, the 1/25 ratio variant done by David Baldini. Freaking amazing. I also like the variant cover done by Ario Anandito. It's also really cool. I think Venom looks a little weird, but Black Cat and Havoc look awesome. Also, the Revelation variant done by Lee Garbett, where there's like the cat version coming out of the back of our normal Black Cat character. What is happening there? I want to know. After that, I also like the Black Cat variant done by Ricky Yagway, which again is probably called the character variant, and this one is really cool. 2 more covers for Marvel. I like the Iron and Frost issue number 1, the variant cover done by Yasmin Putri. Freaking amazing. The other variants for this, I think, are caca. They're so bad, but this one right here is so cool. And you got Emma Frost in her diamond form holding the, what's it called? The arc reactor. So good. The last one up is Punisher Red Band issue number 1, the second print logo variant, which is colored the logo red, which I freaking love. That's so great. All right, guys, indie covers. First up, Transformers issue number 25, the cover A in the cover I foil variant, done by David Nakayama. I usually like the cover B, done by Daniel Warren Johnson. You got Optimus Prime ripping out what looks like tape, like a cassette tape from, blanking on the villain's name. It's one of my favorite villains. I can't even remember his name. Camera's rolling, guys. Brain just goes dead. After that, I also like the cover D, the 1:25 ratio variant, done by Cal New. Now for issue number 26, he's doing a cover, which is going to be the characters on the opposite side, which are going to be all the Decepticons, which is going to be freaking dope. You need both of those 1:25s. And there's 2 more covers for this issue. I like the cover E, the 1:50 ratio variant, done by Dan Mora. He's like highlighting a single character, just like Simon Parr did in his own way. So great. And I also like the cover F, 1:100 foil ratio variant, done by Jay Lee. So great. Next up, G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, issue number 321, the cover C, 1:10 ratio variant, done by Steve Beach, Cobra Commander, standing in front of a Cobra tank. So awesome. Next up, Space Ghost, issue number 4, the cover C, the cover G, 1:10 ratio variant, done by Michael Cho. I also like the cover D in the cover F, Virgin ratio variant, done by Bjorn Barends. Both covers are just so fantastic. Next up, Spawn, the Dark Ages, issue number 1, the cover C, Virgin variant, done by Liam Sharp. Really like the Virgin. It's so good. After that, Save Now, issue number 1 with the cover A, the cover C Chromium, and the 1:20 candy wrapper variant. All are freaking awesome. I'm really interested to know what is the difference between the Chromium, the A, and the candy wrapper. I want to get all 3 and just look at them and just look at the differences. It'd be so cool. I think there's only 2 more covers, guys. Dynamite, Blood Red, issue number 1, the cover H, 1:10 Virgin ratio variant, done by David Cousins. Freaking awesome, but this next one is freaking epic. The cover I, 1:15 Virgin ratio variant, done by Godtail. Is that supposed to be Catwoman and another hero next to Vampirella, or are those characters within Vampirella's universe? I don't know, but that's freaking awesome. 100% gonna try to score that for myself. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy, but it's time to wrap this video up. All right, guys, we are at the end of today's video. It's a Thursday, tomorrow's Friday, and then it's the weekend. Can't wait for the weekend. It's gonna be so nice here. It's gonna be like the mid-70s. Perfect weather to be outdoors. But sadly, I have to be cleaning up my pop-up pool, and that's gonna be a lot of power washing and getting disgustingly dirty, but that's what I gotta do. And that's what I'm doing this weekend. What are you guys doing this weekend? Let me know down in the comments below. Are you doing anything super fun? I want to know. But other than that, guys, if you guys have been watching from the beginning of this video all the way to this point in the video right now, I just gotta say, you guys are legends! True legends. Thank you guys so much for being amazing supporters of this channel. Now, if you guys look down and you're not subscribed, you know what you did wrong, but you can fix it. You know what I just gotta say? What are you doing? Get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, and smash that like button. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Have a great weekend. Make sure you guys are checking Lefteros, coverprice.com in the comic book frontier before finalizing your final order cutoff orders, especially if you guys are good speculators. You want that information before you pre-order. All right, guys, have a good weekend, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.